Good morning, everybody. What is going on? We're live from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Welcome to this live stream. All right, guys, I sort of stopped doing that. I won't do that anymore. Let's go live on the Facebooks, shall we? We're live on the Facebooks now. We're live on the YouTubes. Now let me share this on the Facebook group. I think that on Facebook, you can actually go ahead and set up the notification. So every time you watch this live, you can get notified every time I go live. Okay, so if that's something that you want to do, if you're enjoying this type of content, make sure that you actually choose that option, whatever that is. All right, so make sure that you actually choose that option to get notified when I go live, so you can actually get notified. Because a lot of people are saying me, yeah, I see your lives from time to time, but I don't get notified. And that is something that has to do with Facebook, the way it works, and YouTube as well. And that is completely fine. But so make sure that if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and you select the little bell so that you get notified every time I go live, number one. And if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure that you also select the options of getting notified every time I go live, okay? If you're enjoying this type of content. If you're not, don't do it. So I hope you guys are super well. Welcome to this live stream. I hope you guys are enjoying your Thursday. Today's Thursday, the 24th. It's 9:55 a.m. It's a sunny day here in Buenos Aires. It was supposed to rain the whole week, but it didn't for whatever reason. So now we're cooking, slowly cooking ourselves. And I'm kind of sore because I posted on my Instagram yesterday that I made a pretty cool routine. I'm doing some I think it's like body weight type of routine, and it's killing me, man. It's killing me. But anyways, it's good. We need to keep it up, keep the energy up. You know what I'm saying? So, how are you guys? Hope you guys are super well. Hope you can hear me all right. If you can, and if you could do me a favor, if you're watching this live, go ahead and comment, on somewhere, wherever you can comment. Go ahead and do that. I think there's a little chat box on YouTube that you can go ahead and use and comment, and then on Facebook too. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So that I know that everything is coming up. Cool. All right. So let's talk about getting clients. All right. Let's talk about getting clients, shall we? This is a major sticking point for a lot of the people that have been following me for a while, right? And not any type of clients, like not getting any type of clients, but actually getting high-paying or more high-paying clients. How do you actually get to that stage where you can get people, like actually giving you more money for your services and products and whatnot? And the reality is that it takes time. It really takes time. And I was talking to one of the guys that's part of the Facebook group, and I go in from time to time on the Facebook group, and I answer a couple questions and whatnot on the Facebook group, and it's completely free, by the way. And you can get to the Facebook group by going to hernanvazquez.com/Facebook, and you can join. It's free. And he was asking me, because he's from India, and he was asking me, listen, I am trying to grow my SEO agency. How do I do that when everyone and their mother here is like, promoting the same stuff, number one, but also there's this feeling both on their end and the client's end that, there's only low quality work there. So if they hire somebody there to do their SEO, they will spam their website and whatnot. And we were talking about that, and that was a really, really good point. So I wanted to kind of address that concern in terms of you can charge more money. You don't need to, be super well known. All you need to do is this little thing that I'm going to tell you, and then I'm also going to show you how to go ahead and implement that, okay, which is pretty cool. Now, with that said, before I forget, everything that I'm going to tell you guys about is laid out in my book, Perpetual Profit. So if you go to perpetualprofits.net, you can download a copy of my book. It's pretty good. I get a lot of, feedback, good feedback. Thanks to all of you guys that have been purchasing the book. I really do appreciate that. And I get a lot of good feedback of the book because it's a short book, but it's packed with value, all right? So go to perpetualprofits.net and you can get your copy. It's $5.60. And it's pretty cool. So going back to the topic at hand, which is how to get higher paying clients. And again, this guy was really concerned because he was saying, okay, my service is being commoditized. I mean, you know, you can actually get, there's a dime a dozen right now. There's a dime a dozen Facebook marketers, there's a dime a dozen SEOs, there's a dime a dozen, you know, web designers, you know, whatever it is that you're doing online, if you're a digital marketer, or even if you're providing services, but even if you have a product online, like let's say that you have a coaching product, okay, or you're a coach, there's a lot of competition. So how do you separate yourself from that competition so you can actually, you know, charge more and get people hunting you down? I realized this strategy that I'm going to share with you guys. I realized this when I was, you know, starting out. I hate cold calling. I hate cold emailing. I cannot stand the phone. I'm not good at in the phone, like by a long shot. You know, I don't enjoy it. Some people enjoy it, and I don't like high pressure sales. So I don't like you know, calling somebody and say, hey, buy my stuff. That's not who I am. That's not where I excel. So I had to kind of build this machine that will magically, through the use of internet, will get people to me, will get people, and at some point they will think that they would know me. They will be, you know, pre-indoctrinated or pre-warmed up before they even reach out to me. So the closing at that point would be super easy, right? Because it would just be, hey, do you want this or not? No, I don't. Okay, no worries. Thank you so much. Boom. That was all the sales process that I could ever do. Like 100%, no kidding. That was all there was to it. So I decided to go ahead and spend most of my time doing this thing that I'm going to tell you guys about, so that people could reach out to me, and they were, you know, they were picking me. You know what I'm saying? So they were like, I'm actually becoming, at that point, I'm actually becoming the hunted, not the hunter. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that you want to have in mind. So with that said, let me tell you a little bit about this strategy. The strategy is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. It's just about being as helpful as possible. That's all there is to it. That's it. But in a really specific strategic way. So for instance, let's say that you're on Facebook, right? And instead of scrolling mindlessly through the feed, what you can do is to actually join Facebook groups about the topic, or, you know, Facebook groups about the subject that you're interested in, and start being super really helpful on that Facebook group. Okay, it doesn't have to be a huge group. In fact, I would advise against huge groups, because huge groups have a lot of noise and a lot of questions going on. But you can target smaller groups, like 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 people group. Those are considered smaller groups, by the way, on Facebook. And but people in there are really, really engaged. So if you become really helpful and actually provide content for that group and actually answer questions from that for that group and whatnot from your expertise, then at some point you will become somebody to you know, to be known as the helpful guy on the group. Okay, and that is one way. But it's really, really important that you do not try to snatch people out from the group. Okay, you need to do this in a super chill way. You need to go out there strategically and know that your effect will compound over time. So do not expect to have 1 million leads in a week. That's not going to happen. This is a long-term play, because once you get well known in a group, then you can actually grow your brand based on one group alone. But if you really want to scale this, what I would suggest is that you dedicate a couple hours a day, right? Instead of going out there and mindlessly, call or call email, whatever it is that you're doing, don't stop doing that, right? Don't stop doing that. I shouldn't have said instead of. But in addition to that you're doing right now, what I would suggest is go to Facebook groups, join, you know, be cool about it. Don't be a dick. Don't be trying to snatch people and pushing your services, because you will get banned, and you know, you won't be able to get back into that group. So be really helpful about it. Be really cool about it. Invest in the relationships. That's number one. And then another thing that is working really well is to go out there and do the same on YouTube channels. So if let's say that you jump into a YouTube channel and the guy is talking about how to create Facebook ads, leave a really thoughtful, insightful comment like you would do on a blog post back in the day, and they still work, by the way, but you can do that on YouTube as well. I got a lot of YouTube subscribers thanks to a couple of these really insightful blog posts that I did for some of the YouTube channels that I wanted to be, you know, engaged with. And one of them even reached out to me to become a contributor on their blog, which was pretty cool, right? So so if you think about it, it's all about being helpful. You can do this also with discussion forums and discussion boards. I have had great success with that. Like if you go to discussion forums and discussion boards, people are even more engaged than on Facebook, because everyone's on Facebook right now. But on discussion boards, like you will find these really small audience of people that are really engaged about a topic, and they're really you know, fired up about that topic, and you can actually contribute to that, and you will become somebody to, you know, to be reckoned with on that group. So it all comes down to being really helpful. It also helps if you have a body of knowledge, or if you have a profile, like if you're not a complete unknown. So work on your profiles. You don't need a website, but you just need to, you know, pimp your LinkedIn profile, or pimp your Facebook page if you wanted to, or pimp your personal profile on Facebook or on that group, you know. And that type of stuff will give you a lot of leverage. And, you know, once you get a lot of goodwill and a lot of this critical mass of content that you have created for those areas, then people will start reaching out to you and asking, hey, I need somebody to take care of this, how much you charge? Hey, I need somebody to take care of that, how much you charge? Etc, 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 etc. All right, so that is like the easiest way, and it doesn't require any money, it doesn't require any advertising, it doesn't require any type of investment other than the time to sit down and do it. Okay, and you know, that is something that I would recommend. That's like a little tip right there that allowed me to get started, you know, getting my first clients. That's how I did it. That's literally how I did it. I would go into forums, I would be really helpful, and bam, some people will reach out to me and say, hey, can you do SEO for me? And I would do SEO back in the day. Sure, why not? And that's basically what it is. Okay, so I hope that you enjoy this type of content. If you do, make sure that you sign up for the notifications, whatever. And also, if you want to grow, this is just one of the things that I share on my book, Perpetual Profits. If you really want to grow your business, if you really want to learn how to acquire a new lead, turn a complete unknown on Facebook or online, somebody that hasn't heard about you, do not know who you are, haven't, you know, been in touch with your brand before, and turn that person into a buyer, but not any buyer, a buyer that keeps on buying from you because he or she loves what you do, you're really helpful, you're really out there, you know, trying to help her out or him out. You need to get a copy of Perpetual Profits. Okay, Perpetual Profits, it's called Perpetual Profits for a reason, because you're building an asset that can feed you, your family, can give you the lifestyle that you want, you know, by following some easy steps. And there will be some additional offers on that page. You don't need to take them if you don't want to. They're there to add more value to what you're doing. Okay, guys, so thank you once again for joining me. Thanks. I'm really grateful for all your comments, all your support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So have an awesome Thursday. See you guys later. Bye bye.